Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here for episode 27 of Kinlaig. I have to make sure I say that right or Jason will come after me. We are going to keep rocking and rolling. We made over 700,000 selling fish last episode, which is right before the point that we're at in the video right now here, or at least in the game. So the only thing I've done off camera is I bought $78,000 worth of fish food, which is on this trailer here. So obviously we're producing our own, but this should be good to get us by for a while. I used to buy it in like 10 pallet increments, but I figured, you know what? Screw it. So there we go. That should be good for a while. If we look at our productions, I don't use fish food for these guys anyways, but they got enough trout there to get, yeah, they're producing trout. It's all good stuff. These guys aren't producing anything because we're out of products that we need. And these guys are just full on hammering out salmon, young trout, all that good stuff. So, things to think about. I'm going to pull this guy forward. This is where I usually keep him, is right here so I can load pellets of the young fishies. We should probably get a shed. You know, we probably should get a shed. I need to clear this stuff out of the way first. This guy is in just a really inconvenient location now. But look at what shed we're possibly going to get. I mean, we don't need anything crazy. I guess this is just a shed, isn't it? This is a pretty, I mean, it's just a little hay shed. We used this for bale and pallet storage, I think, at one point, didn't we? But yeah, it's $9,000. Shouldn't be too much for upkeep. Actually, it kind of fits almost perfectly there. I almost don't actually want something behind the bunker silo because sometimes I have to clean stuff up there. So like this could go like right, you know, here. You know? Something like that. Or we could leave this open for other stuff in the future and we could put it over, you know, like here. Because we have more room over here. You know, I don't know. We can kind of decide what we want to do there, but we got some options. That shed's pretty cheap too. I mean, $10,000, that's a large shed. That would be a lot of storage for us. We also actually, here's an even better idea. Why don't we go this way with it? Because there's not a lot of room back there, but if we went like something like this, we went this direction, there's kind of only really 4 bays as part of the problem. I mean, you can park obviously more than one thing in there. This also holds pallets, but we don't need that. This is a Highlands fishing one. That one actually wouldn't be bad for like these trailers over here. Something like that, you know? Would they both fit under there? Oh yeah, we could get those both to fit under there just fine. We can put 2 of them next to each other to have 2 kind of drive-through trailer shelters. We don't have to spend a ton of money on sheds, but we can definitely get some things out here. This one, I'm not against this one either. This one's a little bit smaller because we could do like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not against that one. But we also need to mow the grass today. I'm pretty sure the grass is ready to be mowed, but this one's 20,000, which seems a bit much for what we're getting compared to some of the other things available. I'm not against paying more for a shed, but it just better be worthwhile, if that makes sense. This one's not bad, to be honest. That one could almost serve as like a drive-through shed as well, or we could put stuff on each side of it and park it right here. That might actually be the shed we go with. $27,000 for that. Put it right there. That's not a bad one right there. I know it's not like an enclosed shed, but which you probably really need in Scotland, to be honest. But you know, it's fine. It's not real. Everything's fake. Not really. But yeah, you get the idea. This one's not bad either. I'm not against this one. But this one, no, I actually am kind of against this one. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work for what we want to do. I just don't think it's going to sit right. So, okay. Anyhow, just know we have lots of options, and I'll probably end up putting a shed in at some point this episode. These guys are definitely ready to harvest. Let's just confirm. Set field through. Harvest ready. All right. So, that is definitely ready to go. We need to get that mowed today. So, yeah. So, shed, mow, and put that into the silage bunker, because we have plenty of hay. I think I did hay recently. What we got for hay in here? We only have 19 bales of hay in here, but we also have to remember we have some more hay out here. That's chilling, which this is a lot of hay right here as well. This is probably almost enough to get them through the year anyways. So yeah, we're good in terms of that. The cows, these guys are both 10% on production. So that's actually kind of a problem, actually, if these are both in the same spot. Because we can't have them both give birth in here at the same time. So we're going to have to move. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we're going to have to move. Because even if we move these 23 out, these ones wouldn't have enough space. So we're going to have to move 23 of the ones that are going to give birth out of here into the other sheds before that time comes. We can leave them in there for now. And then once they give birth, then we can move them around, move them back. But yeah, obviously once these guys give birth, that's their second run of calves. So then we're gonna sell those guys off, which would be great. That'll be another, $70,000-$80,000 for those guys. Which that won't happen probably this episode, but yeah. I don't know what the big thing we're gonna do this episode is, but I'm gonna imagine that it'll be the thumbnail. The one thing we could consider is actually placing down, once we get harvest done and we can have fish food distributing, we could potentially put out here fish farm. Actually, I need to go to fish farming, huh? I think we're getting close to what I mean, we can afford it, and we can also technically afford the ship as well. So we might be able to get this started this episode. Now, where access point is going to be, obviously from our farm right down the road here for putting, more stuff in there. And you can, we could actually, I didn't think about this. We actually could kind of cheat a little bit. Yeah, it can't be placed there, but we can put it there. And then we can get the fish that way. It's not true fish farming experience, but we wouldn't need a boat. I don't know. It feels kind of dirty to do it that way, So we probably should do it very traditionally out and about. And with that, we probably actually want to do, if we're going to do it very traditionally, we probably want it actually over here, because the boat's going to sell off the fish. The fish market's right here. So this is where the fish are going to get sold. And this is probably where we'll dock our ship, is at one of these little spots right there. So probably want it fairly close so you don't have to really drive that far. But yeah, I'm thinking something like out here, and we can obviously, we'll do the full layout because we want to just have, best. That does say plus 75,000, so I'm assuming that once this is placed, it's going to be $200,000 a place. But that might be what we got going on this episode, but we'll see. What I would like to do first, which let's check here, how are our crops looking? Looking great. Oats are ready to harvest. We can get those harvested. I'd like to get all of our crops harvested first, and then kind of make a decision from there where we want to go. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get some harvesting, some stuff like that done off camera, and I'll bring you guys back in here at some point in the future. All right, I've made some changes. By changes, I mean we have some new sheds. I did get the oat harvest done. We got 47,454 liters of oats, which is absolutely epic. And then we got a bunch of straw bales off there as well. So that's all set. I've been building. So I put in this shed here, which, full disclosure, that shed was $135,000 for this old thing. When you have other sheds that are, very similar in size and a lot cheaper, like this is $48,000 for a way bigger shed. It gave us $100,000 off that price. I did pay full price though for these two guys over here, which are $12,000 a piece. So yeah, this is kind of the setup we got going on. So I'm just kind of starting to get stuff settled in. I had to put the combine header out there because only the corn header will fit in this shed. That's pretty much all that can go in there effectively, is all the mowing equipment, which is okay. And the harvester. I mean, we have other room in there. The other thing that's cool about it too is it has a repair trigger at the front. So I'm pretty happy with that. And these are kind of just, my drive-through type style shed things here, which I'm going to put this backside of this one. If I pull this through, yeah, that's perfect. Right about there. Love that. So yeah, now I've just been kind of trying to organize things. Which, how are the cows doing in straw? Actually, they're doing pretty good. I could probably get them some more straw real quick. Put the rest of this in there. Some stuff doesn't need parking spots. Like this is just going to stay outside the whole time anyways. So I'm not going to worry about that. So I just keep it here most of the time. This weight we don't use too often. Let me grab the front loader stuff as well. I'm trying to put stuff we don't use too often, like in the back of sheds and things like that. Alright, let's grab this. We honestly need another shed. I just don't know that I care that much. We could get a smaller shed. I don't know. Just to park some other small stuff that we don't use very often. This thing, like right here, can go just... I mean, we got to get the bale forks down. We don't use this too often, so it can go right here. I still need to be able to access it. Let me move bales and things like that. If I put that there, go grab the pallet fork to put in there as well. Just kind of get some stuff sorted out here. We have a lot of equipment, actually. I mean, to be honest, having 4 tractors is quite a bit. I haven't checked sales, though, in a while. Ooh, look at that guy. There's some good stuff in here. We don't need anything fancy, though. That's how wide? 9.7. Ooh, how wide is the one we have now? 8 meters? How much is that one worth? It's only worth 5 grand. I don't think it's worth 30 grand to upgrade that. We still need to hold on to our money. We are very early on the year. We cannot go on just a massive shopping spree. And I've been picking up the grass, too, slowly off the field. Need to get that done as well. Alright, let's just set this right here. Here we go. Weight really doesn't need to be in a shed. I also sold our fuel. Oh, yeah, I did sell our fuel trigger. This is going to be in the way. Let's get another one of those. Free water tank. It's kind of nifty, that little guy right there. Do we have a water fill-up? I don't think we have one, do we? We should put one over here just so we have that for the cows. Kind of, honestly, this is a lot of kind of wasted space. We may put something over here, but this guy right here could go, I mean, pretty much anywhere. But it should probably go near the cows. Maybe like right here. You know? Be a bad spot for it. Pick up water there. Yeah. Okay. Fuel points. We had the old one. Let's get a nice crisp one. This one doesn't look crisp though, to be honest. That one's still terrible. It's an old tank there. We also could get something like this guy. You know? I kind of like these older looking tanks as well, though. Alright, customize. The old kind of, I mean, it kind of looks kind of cool. Like a deep red. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So if we put that, like, right here at the front of this setup, that's a perfect spot for fuel. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Okay. And 750, can't argue with that. This weight can just go, I'm just going to put it right here. Do not use it very often. The rest of the stuff, the problem is I don't have anywhere to put it. Could park some stuff along here. I mean, that's kind of some wasted space. What kind of sheds do we have? Take a look back in here at the sheds we got going on. For like really, that one's not small. For like really small ones, we just don't have a lot of cheap options. Because I would put like a small cheap shed in. I guess we could put another one of these in, but 20 grand for that's too much for what it is. That's huge. Yeah, I don't know. This one's not bad. Like it's got a lot of space. I guess we had to have it partially covering the manure actually too. So we could do like right there. I don't know if I like how that's gonna look, but yeah, it just doesn't give a lot of access to it. If we're gonna put another shed in, I think it'd have to be like out here somewhere. And I might use this area for something else in the future, but if we do that, we can just sell the shed off. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just have some outside parking for all this stuff. We just have a lot of stuff. All of these trailers, they all can go in this setup over here. So there's just a lot of stuff to kind of organize and change around, but yeah, I don't know. All right, and this guy can go. I'm just gonna park it next to the free water thing. Why not? It makes the most sense. We can still should have enough room to get through here. There we go. We're not going to charge for water. I like that. That filled up so it's ready. All right. Yeah, for now, I guess we use this kind of area over here for equipment. Tractors obviously can go in sheds. That's not a problem. actually kind of like these being stored folded. Guys, we could do like one here. JCB is actually really good at like moving stuff around because it has so much steering capability. Can't. Okay, we'll flip around here. I just wanted to move it with the front 3-point. Wasn't trying to cultivate game. I guess I can't do that. Just line those up there. Cedar moved here. We got a lot of stuff. This thing looks empty too. We got a lot of stuff on the farm, that's for sure. Just get kind of backed into this corner. Yeah, like right about there is probably pretty good. I'm happy with that. That wasn't my idea when I put it over there, but I like that a lot actually. Then we don't have to have all this stuff just kind of dropped out and about in the yard here. Hold it up, yeah, let's hold it up. It's just kind of chaos, honestly. Actually, I'm gonna put this on. Quite. Yep. Okay. Grab the plow. Let's get everything good where you're at. You're good where you're at. Yeah, put the 4-wheeler behind the harvester in the shed. Use it pretty often. Go. Fertilizer and lime spreaders. I don't. You guys. There's, I guess, a little room over there, but not a lot. Do with you. That row is too kind of narrow. I don't really want to put anything in the way there. I guess this can go over here at least. Lime spreader is going to be the big thing. Okay. I don't even think I can lift it with this guy anyways, so now if we were to park equipment, you there? You can loop around, we'll put you in the shed. Trying to leave that gap there so someone can get in and get the mowers if they need to. Or actually, I'll probably put the Deutz far there because that's what we use the mowers on. This guy should be able to lift this. We'll see. He's got a front weight at least. This tractor is really powerful for how cheap it is. However, the brakes on this thing are a disaster. It's the only downside. Otherwise, it's pretty good. Pretty solid. Could we just sneak this in there? I forgot this thing doesn't stop. Gosh darn it. Just wrecking everything. Let's just get out of this. Yeah, I don't think that's going to go there very effectively. Just don't use it very often. Set it out here. I don't know. We could put it in the back of the repair side over here. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I actually think that's just what we're going to do. Put it in the back here. Should still be able to repair things just fine. We'll set that right. This guy, park right here. like the Deutzfahr, which we can load this in here real quick. Trying to get it spread out as evenly as possible. So put it in here. Go. This guy will I don't even know where to put some of this equipment. We can put these trailers and things away, though, is what we can't do. These guys we actually don't really use as much. Considering the new trailer we have. Let's hold on them for now. They're not very expensive. Trailers in here. Just enough room. Okay. I love that. Let's go get the bale trailer and put it in there. I did not know I'd spend most of this episode organizing things, but we got new sheds. I'm excited. The farm's coming together. I'm super curious what our upkeep cost is going to be at midnight, but I guarantee that we did not just add $5,000 in upkeep. That's also why I didn't feel bad taking that 100 grand off of that shed. We've paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in upkeep that we shouldn't have had to pay, really. Realistically, you would not be paying that much to upkeep both of those sheds, so I don't know which one was the culprit. I'm assuming the repair trigger one, but still. Okay. Get you right about there. Grab the other trailer. The other trailer might be a little tight in there with that one. I could look at some other cheap sheds too to add, but I mean, not everything has to be in a shed, you know? I like to put things in shed. I like to keep things organized in the farm. That's why I really wanted to do this, because the farm was starting to just look like a daggum scrapyard out there, but now it actually seems like it's got some organization and some purpose, which is nice. I like that. The belts don't need to go in a garage. They're just going to sit out there next to the bunker silo. Be just fine. Yeah. Look at that. That looks really well done. Love it. Love to see that. Okay. That's everything that really, like, has to go in a shed. And then this guy get parked in here. He's the one that is used for the mowers. I guess I can put it. Yep, right there. Oh, all right. This is much nicer. Look at all this space. I did think about what I was thinking about, just so you guys know, when I was kind of talking to myself a little bit. I was thinking about putting, like, these huts here. So you kind of make a little bit more sense, but I don't know. Eventually, we're going to need something a little bit. We're going to need something for more cows. This one's a cow pasture, which we can add, you know, more cows to it. I want this land is what I want. I want to put a big cow pasture here. I mean, it cannot be placed here. I'm assuming it's because I don't own that land. Yeah. Must be or something. Some other issue. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what it is. Oh, no, I own that land. Sorry. That was stupid. Yeah, I don't own that land. That makes sense. Okay. But yeah, I'd like to make this a big cow pasture here because this is, like, perfect for that. I can highlight that tree. Why am I able to do that? Oh, that tree was just highlighted because it was in the way. But yeah, all right. So I do have a lot of work to do. We got to get all this grass picked up. I got to get this fertilized. Any other contracts come up today, we got to get those done. But yeah, in the future, I think that this would be a great area for massive pasture. Well, this thing's not very big. I guess I'm going to zoom in a little bit. That one doesn't hold very many. 25 cows. Is there anything that's a little bit different? This is the Highlands Fishing Barn. Oh, this one does have a customizable pasture. 147. I kind of like that better than them sitting outside. I mean, I know obviously in real life, or like in the game, it doesn't matter, but in real life it would. So we could like maybe right here, you know, flatten that area out, put this down, make it still make a massive pasture because that chunk of land is huge. Yeah, it's honestly huge. So we could actually, when we get that, we could make it go all the way up to here. Well, you know, over because we'll have a road there to get out to the pasture, all the way around down here, and then it goes, you know, up around here. We could have it go all the way out to the fish area, up around there. We can even have it go into the woods, have like a little wooded pasture area. I think that'd be sick. That'd be awesome to do that. That's going to be expensive though, because how much is that land? It's part of the problem. It's only 244, which I say only 244. That's a lot for us, but it seems not bad right now. I think we need to focus on fish farming first, maybe before, because we're still good on cows. We're not out of space for them, so maybe that's a next year purchase. But anyhow, we've got a little bit longer than I thought we'd go on some of the stuff I was going to do. So we're going to end the episode here. Yeah, but the next episode we'll get hopefully some fishing stuff going and stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.